to my channel. I've just arrived in, well, say I just arrived in Assynt. I've been in Assynt for a few days now. If you saw my last video, we camped up on a little island up at Old Shoremore Beach, which is just up there, about 50 miles I think. I've just driven down from there and we've been deliberating which peak to camp on tonight. We're both a bit injured. I've got a neck and a back injury and Evie's got an Achilles injury, so we're both a bit knackered. But we're just thinking which route we should do if we're going to do a summit camp. So we're going to attempt a summit camp. And I mean, look at this area. Stack Poly there, I've been up there in the past. Then see the pointy one there, that's what we're planning to spend the night on. And having researched it, neither of us have done it before. We've got to drive right round that other side and then head up from the other side. But we believe it's a really rocky pitch, so we'd like to get on the summit, but who knows, there may not be a pitch up there, but due to it being so rocky. But it's also very windy tonight. I think forecast like 30-mile-an-hour gusts, so that's something we've got to consider as well. But what an area this is, absolutely stunning. The weather as well, we've been juggling with the weather, just hoping to save this one for the best day in terms of weather, and today's glorious. I think tomorrow's alright as well. So I've got these really sad stickers for my car, check them out. It reminds me about, I haven't been up here for about 5 years, but I started coming up here in 2004 I think it was. And I used to lead driving trips up here for sports cars in another life, so I know these roads really well, but I've just not spent much time in the mountains up here, so that's these days I'm doing something different. Yeah, so looking forward to it. We both lost a bit of mountain fitness as well due to our injuries and not being up as much as we'd like to recently, but we're just going to see how it goes, play it by ear, and yeah, just see how it goes. Right, we'll get back in the car and start driving right to the end of here and then right around the other side to the start of the walk for that Fhidhleir, I think it's called, something Fhidhleir. You know me, I don't know the peaks up here. Right, see you in a bit. So here we are, just reached the car park, pretty much at the end of the road. There's just a few houses down here and that's the last parking spot. And we're heading somewhere up here. But this area is where there's the Summer Isles are out there. Can't see them for this ridge at the minute. And then looking across to, I don't know, Torridon, Fisherfields I guess, something like that. But it's called Fhidhleir, I think, the place we were going up to, hoping to get to the camp tonight. But it is pretty windy, and it's probably going to be worse up there. So we're just going to see how we go on. Just got to drop down here, and I believe there's a path that takes us up to this summit. I guess it's going to take us about 2 hours, maybe a bit more, 2 or 3 hours. But what a beautiful day just to get out. I'm just interested to see how this rucksack affects my neck and my back. Right, I'm going to find this path on the road here and start the ascent. So we're gaining a bit of height now, and beautiful views back to the Summer Isles there. Don't know much about them really, but I can also see Harris, I think that is, right in the distance in the haze. You guys probably can't see it. Yeah, beautiful that. And then looking east, southeast I think. Some mountains there, don't know what they are, until like maybe, I don't know. Englishman abroad, eh? So this path, you see, it's like this, but it's pretty damn steep. Evie says it's easy, but she says every path in Scotland's easy, so that doesn't mean a lot to us lot that slog up every mountain. But it's okay. We're taking the time. Back feels all right so far. We've been going 35 minutes. So the first bit is up there, and then we'll reassess from there. So we'll keep going. So I've just reached the plateau area now. After that first bit of ascent, and we can actually see our target, which is there. That's the Fhidhleir. I'm not sure what it's called, something like that. But we're surrounded by mountains. I think that's Benmore, one of the Benmores. I'm not sure what that is. I'll put it on the screen what that is. But I believe there's a ridge scramble along there. That's really interesting. And whatever that is, sorry. But I've been measuring, that wind has really picked up here. So I've got 21 mile an hour now, and then 26 gusts is the most I've measured. So I need to be careful with this tent tonight and make sure it's really nailed down. But hopefully we'll have to find a good pitch of grass and avoid the rocks. You see the summit there. So we're going to get up there and just see what we can find in terms of pitches. That'll dictate where we stay, just the amount of rocks there are under the surface of the ground. Right, keep going. So we're just approaching the summit now, which is up there. There's no real path. The terrain's changed. See how it's gone quite sandy like that here, and it's just a matter of heading for the summit. I say there's no path, and probably 15 minutes away now. But I forgot to mention, this is the first outing for young Sean. Here he is. Sean's been travelling with us for quite a few days now. I picked him up in the Lake District, and
he's trying to be in the camera.
So far he's just been in the car.
He's trying to be involved.
He's just been getting his bearings. It's his first time in Scotland from the Lake District, so he's been a bit, you know, a bit lost. But
Get some friends though.
Yeah. So now he's been up here for a few days. We feel it's about time that he got out and experienced.
Look how windswept he is.
Experienced the mountains, but he's enjoying it. So this will be his first summit and his first summit camp.
Oh no, I have to bag all the Monroes again with him.
Oh. This could be an ongoing saga.
The toy sheep which has bagged all the Monroes with the summit camps. Okay, we started a new one now.
Toy? What do you mean toy?
Okay, sorry, Sean, sorry.
I don't think he heard that. Right, up to the summit. I think you can just see it, it's there. So we're approaching the summit now. Look at the state of these rocks. If there's any geologists watching, you can explain what's happened to these. I guess it's just wind and rain over thousands of years carving these out on a really exposed position. Oh my god, the views now. Just got the first sight of the views and hopefully the pitch.
Possible.
Look at that.
No wind and shelter.
Look at that. So I'm just going to nip up to the actual summit, which is up there. I'll try and take you with me. Strangely, there's no wind yet. Now then, what's view's going to greet us from here? From just a few feet in front of me. Let's have a look. Probably the wind's going to greet us as well. Wow. Oh. And the drop off of this end is sheer. Wow. Another rocket down that side. Oh, look at the ridge there. going to pitch just round the corner there, hopefully. Oh, wow. Recognise Stack Pulley, Sylvan, I think that's Culmore there. Wow. Right, see if we can get this tent pitched. Down there. Yo. Right, so I've just come down from the summit, which is just there. We found a spot here. It's not ideal, but it's a lot better than I thought it would be. The Allak's going to go in there, I'm sure it is. It might be a bit lumpy and bumpy, but I guess normally as well this would be really wet. Because it's been so dry recently, we got lucky. So we're not pitching on bog. But it's soft, but hey, we'll try and make it work. As long as I can get the pegs in, and it's quite sheltered here as well, which I can't believe. If we look, I mean, he's just up there. I don't want to go too close to this edge because that. Right, these winds are swirling around, so I'm going to try and get this tent up while it's the winds are eased a bit. See you in a bit. Right, so I've got the Allak pitched up. I'm really pleased with this pitch. There you go. Anchors are really solid. Got 9-inch pegs in where I can. And I recently got the Hilleberg pegs, the extra bit thicker ones. I was sort of using them. They're absolutely brilliant. They're not cheap. I think they're about 40 quid for 10. But they're absolutely brilliant, and I've actually hammered them in on some summits, no problem. So yeah, it's really well bolted down there. 9-inch there, 9-inch there. The only one I couldn't get in is that one on the base. It's just there, so it's not a problem. Everything else is really solid, and it's great. Pretty damn flat as well. That's the back end, which says Hilleberg there. That's the big end, I call it. So I usually face that end into the wind. Tonight the wind's just swirling around different directions, so can't really do that. But it's looking good, as it always is. And what a place! What a place! I think it's about 700 metres this. What's that?
705?
705, it's about 2,300 feet. So not particularly high, but who cares?
It's a Fiona.
It's a Fiona.
Not so you got Corbett, Fiona. Fiona's below Corbett.
So I guess a Fiona is between 2,000 and 2,500, and a Corbett is 2,500 to 3,000. I don't know. As you know, I'm not a bagger, so. Woo. Right, so I'm going to get this stuff in the tent now and just sort of settle down and see if it's calm enough to get some drone footage for you. That'd be good. So we're back up at the summit again. Look at this. Wow, it's really windy. Measured 30-mile-an-hour gusts. And if you look off this end, look at that. Fantastic views all around. It really is. Back up to the summit. Summer Isles. Sky, we can see there, Isle of Skye. Harris, Lewis. Yeah, superb. And the pitch from up here, you get a great view of the pitch from up here. There we are. And it's pretty much on the edge of that. Whee. Yeah, so it's strange. There's gusts. I've measured 30-mile-an-hour gusts coming through, and then there's nothing. So it's really gusty. I'm just retensioning the guys, made sure it's nailed down. Pegs are in really strong, so I've no real concerns about the tent. Forecast for tomorrow morning is a bit claggy and similar sort of winds, gusts. So we'll just have to see what we get. But what a night! What a night! Looking out to Assynt. It's an amazing place, it really is. Long been probably my favourite place in Scotland for a long time, since I used to do a lot of driving up here. It's fantastic, this. Right, I'm going to get in the tent. I've had some sandwiches, I've had a brew, and just have a chill out, I think. Well deserved chill out. See you in a bit. wanting, Sean? You wanting out for a pee? Ah. Some breakfast maybe. I'll tell you what, that was a wild night. See, I put all the rocks on the guys, some big rocks as well, and it's a good job I did, because the tent was getting bent and twisted around all over the place. It's fine though. Wow, look at this though. It's a bit breezy now, but it's the gusts, you just can't predict them at all. There you go. Views. So we've just been having a discussion about where we're going to go next. We've not decided yet. Following the weather, but the weather is very changeable too. So once we get packed up here, it'll probably take us a couple of hours to walk back down to the car, and then we'll just check the weather out and see where it looks nice. Just looking out there to the ferry that's coming across from Stornoway into Ullapool. Beautiful out there towards the Summer Isles, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I just got the tent packed away now, and that's an assortment of different pegs that I use for nailing the tent down. Some of these 9-inch MSRs, they're the new ones I got, the new Hillebergs, sort of more heavy duty, really good them. I've hammered them into near enough rock. Obviously not rock, but you know what I mean, really hard ground. So yeah, so that's a combination. All packed up now, ready to get that in the bag and away, back down there. Me and Sean, like that we are, like that.
He likes being with you more than he likes being with me.
So just one last look back at Sgurr and Fhidhleir, I think it's called, something like that. Put it on the screen. That's where we were last night, and now we've reached a point where we start dropping back down to the car. That's a ferry. We would hope to have been on that, but this time of year it just seems all to be booked up. That's going to Stornoway on Lewis, and we'd like to have got that, but we just keep checking online and it's booked up all the time. So hope you've enjoyed the video. It was that was a rough old night. It was probably the windiest night I've spent in the Allak, and at one point one of the pegs blew out. It was quite soft ground. I had a 9-inch peg fully in quite soft ground, but a massive gust of wind came and it pulled the peg out, and the pole, I thought it was going to snap. It bent really badly. So after that I got out, I split some of the guys on one pole, 2 guys on one pole, and then split them and anchored them in 2 different points. Big rocks all over the pegs. It was fine after that, absolutely fine, but it was rocking and rolling all night with those gusts. Just 1 minute there's nothing, and then bang, big gusts come through. Yeah, so I'll leave you with that. Hope you've enjoyed it. Get in the comments if you've got anything to say about the video or anything about the area. You probably know more about it than I do, but I'm learning slowly and I'm really loving being back in the Highlands. It's fantastic, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.
Out here on the street, I'm losing my way. You've gotten to me, and that's my mistake. Some might say I can't get too far.